which is the basis then for the starting of the treatment on the patient.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, as innovators, we love to talk about our stuff, our technology, right? So the beauty of this event is it's short. So you have to summarize your company and your product in 4 minutes. Those that are customers, I guess the people ask like, well, is this free? Yeah, this is free to anybody that wants to pitch. If you are a customer of Dental Venture Capital, our advisory service that Richard is a part of and several companies, then you get 10 minutes on this event to pitch as well. But I always suggest even keeping it as short and sweet as possible. So I'll talk a little bit about that in a second, but I think we're ready to get started. So keep the people flowing to those that are in the audience that would like to pitch. I will continue to invite you on the stage. So I'll send out a short summary in just a second of the companies that are pitching. So I'm going to share my screen and we'll get it all started here. So, I thought about doing some like music or something like that. I'm just not the cheesy hype guy. What I like to do is just connect people together and put on a solid event and get great people on that are teaching us something, and we're all learning from each other. And one of those people that I have on today is a guy that I've met a couple weeks ago. His name is Richard Peoples, and Richard is really he's got a lot of different hats that he can wear. He's a fractional chief marketing officer, fractional chief AI officer, and has recently joined us to help with our startups on kind of the next phase of where they are. We'll talk with Richard in just a second here. So a little bit about me. I'm not going to go into these details, but I've been doing this a long time. I've seen thousands of pitches in the last 20 years of working in dentistry, and prior to that in and just technology in general. The main focus today is working with these startups, getting the pitches going. If there's time at the end, we'll open it up to additional pitches. And then I typically stay on. I think last time we stayed on for an extra 30 minutes or so just to chat with those that are interested in collaborating further. So if you have time, I know it's late for some people on the East Coast. So we'll keep it to an hour and then open it up to those that want to stay on for a little bit longer. So a little bit about us. We're an advisory service. We are not a dental venture capital firm. My prior years ago, I worked for a dental venture capital firm. And one of the things that I found was that, one of the underserved markets is really the startup companies. Venture capital invests in only 1% or less of the companies that they see. And because of that, there's 99% plus startups out there that need some help. And, most of them are broke, as I was when I put $1 million of my own money into some of my businesses, and my heart is there, but we do have some people that we have to pay. So there is a small fee to be a part of the program. But you can learn more about that at dentalvc.org. This is a little bit more about our process. So if you just saw my newest newsletter article I wrote in Dental Entrepreneur Magazine, where I talked about some of the startups that I'm working with, my love is really the idea. So I was the first to do several things, and sometimes just making sure that what you're building is the right thing, the right it. I could talk for hours just about that piece. So I typically work on kind of phases 1 through 5. And then I have teams that work on the rest of it. And these are some of our startups: OraTray, Sleepo Brace, Tooth Pillow. A couple of these are pitching today. So a couple of them couldn't make it. But what makes a successful 4-minute pitch? I mean, first of all, it's got to be interesting. I like to see voice inflection. One thing, it's like, I know everybody's nervous, and I'm nervous for you. When I start these events, I'm more nervous for my companies that are pitching than I am for myself. I want to see the event be successful, but we're all here to support and help each other. This is not a Shark Tank where, you're getting ripped apart. This is really at-bats and opportunities to find and expand and grow your network of other startups, advisors, and investors. So you got the talk track there. Make sure you have a call to action at the end. I will make sure you're doing that. And let's just make sure you have a good story. I'll put a link to the upcoming events. We have in a couple of weeks, we're doing a story with OraTray and talk to their founders. They are doing a crowdfunding campaign right now. And so we'll talk quite a bit about that and talk about how they built the product. They're doing FDA clearance and some very interesting things to learn about OraTray. They're also, you know, as I mentioned, open for at least the next 25 days on their Startup Engine campaign. So would love for everybody in the dental industry to support them, because I think crowdfunding is a great alternative for fundraising and really having dentists and dental team members get involved. So then we have another pitch on the 24th, and we're doing a town hall late in October. So with that, I am going to pass control over to Richard, our special guest, to talk a little bit about marketing strategy for startup companies. And Richard is amazing. Love his style, love how he's on point, and he came from Google, so he's got the pedigree and the background to earn the right to teach. And again, in the chat, if anybody else wants to pitch, let me know. In the next few minutes, I'll send out a summary of all the pitches that we have. Right now, I'll send the order in just a second here while Richard's talking.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Travis, and good evening or late afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Exciting to present to you what I believe is a proven methodology, a proven framework when it comes to accelerating your time to market. Listen, scale loves speed. Let me say that one more time. Scale loves speed. If we can keep up with the times, I think we can solve some of these gaps that we may have. And so the goal here by the end is to learn a more comprehensive approach when it comes to improving visibility and obviously making it count faster. So yes, Travis is correct that I did do some time over at Google. And one thing Google taught me was make sure you measure everything that you're doing when it comes to marketing. And over the years, I've also been participating in some other startups there in the healthcare space. And now, new to the team here. We're going to start this off interactively. I think, polling the crowd is a good thing we want to do to start this thing off right. And I want to start off with a question. The question here we're going to propose to you is, what are your biggest challenges in scaling your dental business to reach a wider audience? Is it technical integration? Is it regulatory hurdles? Is it practice acquisition? Or is it capital investment? And so enter a 1 in the chat if you're going to participate for technical.
Poll up, Richard, so we can do it right in the Zoom.
There we go.
And we've got quite a few people that have answered so far.
Okay. We'll give you just a few seconds there.
So integrations, looks like sales and marketing is in the lead. So they need you. Software development, regulatory hurdles. All right, I'll give it 5 more seconds. If anybody else wants to answer the poll there, should be up for everybody. Does everybody see it? Mark, you seeing it, everybody? Okay, great.
Yes.
Great. All right.
Great. All right, I'm going to end the poll and show the results. So it looks like 22% said technical integrations, 22% regulatory hurdles, 28% practice acquisitions, sales, marketing, business development, and then 44% are here just to listen. Not a startup.
Okay.
Means they're going to be make great advisors for all these startups that are pitching today. So encourage everybody to reach out and connect.
This is true. Okay. When I first came on, again, leading with the same framework Google leads with which is measuring everything. One of the first things I wanted Travis to do was do some type of polling. And so we came back with these results, but it's interesting to see how things change, or depending on who's attending, what that number tends, to be. The purpose of this presentation is to address user acquisition, sales, marketing, the silos, the disconnected systems. This is where we all are. For many of us, we are problem unaware. Then we move from problem unaware to problem awareness. And the reason why we come to a position where we can become aware of problems has a lot to do with auditing, right? And performance awareness is the next stage we get to. And from there, we move into the area of performance at scale. So in other words, we know or have some type of predictability whenever we start an initiative. Some of the things that we like to cover in those gaps, where we become more aware of some of the things we can resolve for. Customer and lead journey, that's a conversation now across all industries, across all workforces. Google Analytics 4, making sure we're tracking all devices, every single session, how long people are spending time on our website. Are we putting a dollar amount or a value amount to any time someone books a demo? Google Ads conversion or conversations. So in other words, when someone makes a purchase, if we are running ads for acquisition purposes, what is our speed to lead count? Is it 5 minutes? Is it 1 hour? Is it 1 day following up with leads? As you know, we need to follow up within minutes. Meta, Facebook, and Instagram pixels, as well as LinkedIn Insights tags. So if you're not participating in Google or Facebook, it also helps to participate with LinkedIn tracking capabilities to know what companies are coming to your website. Microsoft Clarity. Microsoft Clarity is a free tool. Let me say that one more time. If you have budget constraint, it's a free tool. You can Google it right now. Microsoft Clarity, add it to your website. Microsoft Clarity is going to show you who's visiting your website, if someone is on your website like right now, and what session they're in, if they're mobile, if they're desktop. And here's some other things that we can get into as well, which is where do we apply these auditing tools within this process? So Travis shared a presentation earlier where it's a journey, and we continue to cycle through this journey and improve as we go. And so most of these efforts are placed into the scale phase of things. It takes about 90 days to really know and have some predictability. But after those 90 days, we can obviously do things like identify your cost, your customer acquisition cost. We can also identify LTV, which is your long-term or your lifestyle, life cycle of value, and then also your MRR. These are all 3 KPIs that investors want to see before they pull out their checkbooks, right? One of the things that we want to do to solve this gap of go-to-market solutions, imagine all of the duct tape marketing you do once you're starting up. You have a tool for this, you have a tool for that. We want to be able to centralize everything into an elegant, unified solution at no cost to you if you participate in the program. Solves things like consolidated GTM solutions, frictionless setup, accelerated deployment, AI automation agents. I was just watching Salesforce's presentation last night about AI agent hype, and verified investor contacts. It all comes with the program, and 50 more systems. So if you want to, say, inquire or you want to explore the suite of solutions, if you head on out to our website and you click on the CRM, you can get access to there. If you have your phones right now, you're watching on your desktop, why don't you go ahead and scan this? It'll take you over to our website. And of course, we can meet you on that call and address anything we may have covered in this training today. Thank you, Travis.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. So up first is Auratray. And I missed a couple on my list. So send me the name of your company. That's the current list. So Auratray, FX, Dental Flow, Precision Dental Analytics, Inflatrix, Allo. If I missed you, please send me a message and I'll add you to that list. But Fernando, I will pass it over to you.
Perfect.
And I'm going to bring up the time clock.
I don't know if you can you see my screen, Travis?
You can, yeah. If you can. Yep.
Let me put this on the, yeah.
All right.
Okay. So thank you, Travis, for the introduction. I'm Fernando Volante. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Auratray. We're a company based in Miami, and today I'm thrilled to introduce you to what we believe is a product that will transform the delivery method in the dental industry. We have the first single-use disposable burst-pack dental tray that's designed to prevent and treat multiple or oral conditions. It is very convenient and ready to use at home. So why focus on oral health? Dental caries and periodontal diseases are two of the leading threats of oral health. They don't just cause discomfort, they can cause tooth loss, and as you may know, replacing a single tooth can cost upwards to $4,000 and requires many visits to the dentist's office. So with OraTray, we aim to prevent and treat these conditions effectively, all while making the process much simpler and less costly. Our first treatment will be a prescription strength fluoride tray. So here's where OraTray shines. There hasn't been a significant innovation in the delivery method in dental treatments in over 30 years. Current treatments can be messy, require visits to the dentist's office, and often cause discomfort, especially for kids, like gagging and drooling. But with OraTray, that changes. Our patented burst-pack technology releases the fluoride directly onto the teeth and to the gingival margins with just a touch of pressure to the mouth, as you will see in a video we'll show right now. The tray is designed to seal and distribute the gel perfectly to cover their teeth, and what's even better, it's made for with environmentally friendly materials. So I wanted to share quickly a video. It's a.
And why don't you throw the video in the chat when you get the chance, and they can look at it at a later date, because we do have 15 companies pitching, so I don't think video. I mean, I know that I love the video and it really shows it well. So throw that in the chat, and they can put a link in the chat for the Start Engine campaign as well.
Perfect. Okay. So let's talk about numbers then. The dental fluoride treatment market is valued at 11 billion today, and is projected to grow to 15 billion by 2027. Our target market is very vast. There are 60 million hygienist patients annually, representing $1.4 billion dollars opportunity in just the 6 states that we want to launch. We want to capture the 3% of this market, which translates to 1.8 million patients a year. And as you can see here in this small video, the tray will be, it comes packed. Just wait to start. The tray comes packed, and once you apply so the burst-pack technology is the green pellets that you see there. So once the patient puts it inside the mouth and applies at light pressure, the burst-pack will burst and the medication will flow, leaving the medication inside the teeth. So when it comes to competition, there hasn't been a real innovation, as I said, in dental treatments for decades. Current methods are uncomfortable, wasteful, and not suitable for our at-home use. As I said, our tray offers a patented solution that addresses these pain points, and we minimize waste, ensures precise dosing every time. That's really important, and create a more comfortable experience for patients. And it can easily be used at home and at the dental office, making it a game changer for oral health. Travis, I'm gonna put a small, I'm putting the link to the video. We have a 2-minute campaign on what we're targeting and what we do. You can see it here on our Start Engine campaign. You can also see our team here, and we'd love for you guys to see the video. It's a very nice video, very well done, and hopefully I can stay here for the Q&A and talk a little bit later about this.
Yeah, let's stay on after and have a little more time to talk with the audience here. So, because you got a time frame on this too, right? With the Start Engine campaign expiring in 26 days. So we all need to help you get the word out for this. So, all right. Well, thank you very much, Mark Aniela from FX.
Yes, so I should, let's see if I share screen. And
Mark's first pitch with a new deck that's still being revised. So this is exciting.
so let's make sure I got this going with the technology.
There you go. Go to slide share right there, the top right. Yep, there you go. That works.
That's good. Can everybody see that?
Yep.
Perfect. Hello, my name is Mark Aniello. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Ethics. The goal of Ethics is to help solve complex regulatory compliance and compliance issues of the environment of dental practices. What we do is we provide an innovative cloud-based solution to help reduce risk, improve practice visibility and productivity. We accomplish this with efficient, user-friendly tools for a seamless integration of compliance processes and workflows. So let's talk a little bit about the problems and critical business issues challenging today's practices. I think one of the things we see is the inability to meet timely compliance and reporting requirements. And this certainly can create legal exposures and increased costs for non-compliance. Think about a non-reporting of a security breach or a privacy issue. I think one of the other things that we look at, technology, is a lack of data visibility to help drive decision-making. When we're talking about data visibility, we're thinking about the things in data that we're collecting: licensing, credentials, insurance, records of policies and procedures, critical documentation of day-to-day operations. Where is it going and how are we using it? And I think probably the number one problem that we're actually seeing, and maybe I should have put this first, was poor worker engagement. This is leading to high staff turnover and really difficulty in recruiting new talent. We're seeing today, employees are looking for technology, reduction of paperwork, efficiencies, and spending more time with the patient. So we know that. What are practices currently managing and doing today? In a recent survey, it said that 60% of practices are still using spreadsheets, handwritten logs, or not even doing it at all. And if they do have software, it's silo, and it's not really communicating with the other data collection tools that they're using. So that can be obviously a potential problem. What do? We have a business intelligence software platform that helps the practice identify, manage, and mitigate that compliance risk with streamlined workflows and providing insightful reporting and analytics. And again, we're trying to improve productivity, reduce risk. What do? Why do we consider that we have a good solution? We simplify compliance with a single comprehensive software platform with robust tools for compliance, dealing with environmental, worker safety, and risk management. Also, we have advanced analytics to help gain valuable insight and really drive decision-making and identify potential risks. One of the other things we see today, we want to foster better collaboration and communication amongst our team members. And having a platform that they can all sign on to helps with that collaboration. And what are we seeing in the big picture out there? Dental practice management software is growing at a very accelerated rate, at least 11 to 12% annually, with an expectation to reach $7.5 billion by 2030. And when we look at all these regulatory changes, the new introduction of different technologies like artificial intelligence, and also we're seeing practices are moving to digitizing, but are they communicating? Is there an ecosystem where we're gathering that information and it's getting to be usable? Yes, there's a competitive landscape out there, but what do we believe our advantages are? Number one, we are dental practice focused. So our scalability, ability to customize and integrate with the diverse suite of features, we believe we can deliver a cost-effective solution that is really going to improve the productivity and visibility of the practice. One of the other things that we look at when we're going to market, is this diverse group of channel partners. We have strategic partners that, again, providing services to the dental practices. We got shared resources, scaled revenue. We also have found a very interesting niche with compliance consulting. These are the clients that are providing solutions to their clients in the dental world. These tools will help give them visibility and be able to be proactive in their direction. The other thing, obviously, we are going direct business to business. Either it's a single dental practice location, multiple locations, or DSOs and enterprise type of environments. Traction, we're getting excellent traction. We have over 210 locations, 1,800 users, and we're moving our pilot users to paid monthly subscription. So we're real happy about what we're seeing so far. And what do we need to allocate new investments? Well, we want to definitely accelerate our product development with new technology. We want to expand also our go-to-market strategy, increase our sales and marketing team, improve social media and outreach. We also, from the operation sides, we want to improve and automate our customer service and our onboarding. We really want to have an enjoyable user experience. Our team, great group of executive support staff, consultants, and advisors. And we feel like we're on the right path for a successful growth strategy and really executing a good business model. Thank you for your time. Hopefully I hit that time frame.
Yeah, you did. All right. Well, within your time frame, because you're you got being a part of the program, you get a few extra minutes there. And I one of the things, shout out to Richard. I don't know if you want to do this, Mark, but he did a great exhaustive marketing evaluation that is going to be fun to implement over the next couple months for you.
Yeah, Russell, Travis, your whole team has been excellent. Richard, Gage, the whole team, the way they work and collaborate. Richard did a great job of auditing and really giving us that priority of what we need to hit and how are we going to get there. So it's been a great experience working with Travis and his team.
All right, I'm going to pay you for that promotion. Thank you, buddy. All right, so up next, we've got Michael Negru from Envodent, also somebody I've enjoyed working with for the last couple of months, and this is his second time giving this presentation, so appreciate you joining, Michael.
Oh, thank you, Travis.
Dr. Negru, I should say.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, let me close some of those things.
Here we go.
All right.
Perfect. All right, your time is starting.
All right. So basically, Dr. Michael Negru, been practicing for over 25 years, well, close to 28, and came originally from Romania, and immigrated in 1984, graduated from Loma Linda University, opened a practice from scratch over in Beaverton in 1997. And I had Dentrix practice management pretty much since the beginning of my practice. And really, the issue that I came across is I just couldn't do everything with Dentrix. I needed a lot more to run my practice, and probably a lot of you, if you're dentists in the audience, have a lot of add-ons and things like that. And that came up to be quite a costly venture there. But not only that, I had a lot of pieces that I had to put together that not all the time worked as well as I liked them to work. So about 10 years ago, I decided to venture into creating my own practice management software. A little did I know what I was going to get into. I mean, it was a long, long journey, but here we are. We have the problems that we have here. We have cost for most of the practice management softwares, the add-on application, the IT costs, the hardware updates, the data backup costs. They're outdated system, no patient communications, very cluttered interfaces, and you have a lot more increase of errors, by the staff. Right now with the staffing issues, it's very difficult to deploy a team, to employ the team, and having a software that has a very easy user interface, it's one thing that we decided that we're going to do. So the solution is Emvodent. We got a all-in-one cloud-based practice management software, which is very intuitive, very unique and efficient and comprehensive. The dental industry is quite big as far as that goes, as far as the future of, and all the softwares are pretty much going to a cloud-based practice management software. All-in-one, cost-effective, cloud-based. You can be anywhere and run your practice. So these are the value that we bring to the customers. Easy to use, clean UI, saves the time and money, easy patient communication. It's all in one place. Easy reporting. And then you have online forms and scheduling, efficient workflows. So I think the key differentiators between us and other practice management software is that it's a very easy entry practice management software. We deliver a pretty comprehensive data migration. I mean, that's probably the one major concern that a lot of the offices have. How is my data going to be converted? Would I lose a lot of data during the conversion? So our team really spent an extensive amount of time to make sure that we have a really good database conversion. Also, we decided to go for a lower cost compared to the other systems. We're almost half price compared to all of our competitors out there. We also have an excellent customer support and, of course, the all-in-one integrated modules that save the time and money. This is our team. We're growing right now, and that's what we're here for, to scale our business. I have the advisors, Dr. Marilyn Sander, who's also an entrepreneur, a dentist, and she has built her own mobile platform application. And Dr. Ashley Wimmer, Paul Giberson from the financing, also Matt Milligan, which has been in dental sales for over 10 years. And of course, Travis, who's helping us in promoting Emvodent. So the revenue sources, $399 monthly subscription, which is, like I said, probably half of what a lot of our competitors are doing. And we have a one-time setup fee of $1,700. We have other revenue share from different partners of ours, like Soda Imaging and Dental Exchange, and also from merchant accounts. We're shooting for about 120 practices by 2025, end of 2025, and 300 practices in 2026. How are we going to go to market? We already have 2 people that have been with companies like CareStab, Apprix, that are helping with the organic growth from existing growing a pool customer, but also from their networks with the different consultants and their customers. We're going to go to the trade shows. We're going to have partnerships with dental suppliers. Right now, we're working with Burkhardt Dental. They pretty much saw the product, and we're working right now some marketing and sales with Burkhardt Dental. And so these are pretty much the costs of development, operating costs, sales, marketing expense. This is how we plan to spend the money. Marketing, website content, SEO, content marketing, PCC, marketing automation, and CRM tools, trade show setup and travel expenses, vendors, revenue share, and the operations will have people that we need to pay, salespeople, support team, implementation team, on-site training expenses, accounting and legal expenses, and development, software engineer, and development for further development of the software. So we're basically raising $3 million over the next 160 days to fund development, marketing, and sales of Emvodent. to grow to $1 million in annual revenues by end of next year. And by end of 2026, hopefully we're shooting for a valuation of 24 to 40 million. This is my phone number, my contact information. It is a product that I encourage everybody to take a look at. I'd be happy to give any demos. Travis is also can facilitate with that. But yeah, this will definitely revolutionize the practice management software. It's a software that pretty much is as unique as it gets. There's nothing out there, and I'm not saying this because I developed it. It's just because the interface and the way it interacts, I think it surpasses everything that it's out there right now in the market. So yeah, thank you, Travis, and I'm looking forward to hear from you guys.
All right. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, it's a best looking and fastest cloud-based system I've seen, and I've seen all of them. So yeah, it's anyway, and all of his customers love him.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right. Top 3 reasons why people stick with the company. All right. So next up we have Joe from DentaFlow. And we're going back to the 4-minute time clock for everybody that's left. We've got 16 people pitching today. So you guys get extra credits for extra credit points for going under 4 minutes. Rare that ever happens, by the way.
Definitely.
Oh, thanks for joining. This is another product that I'm very excited about, especially since I was the first to build online scheduling and failed at it. So this is going to be awesome. This will be successful.
Can you guys hear me? All right, cool. And Travis, you put me behind the guy that's trying to remove the need for integrations, man. So I don't know about that. So maybe I can help build a module for him. But otherwise, I'll jump in. I'm Joe Gusser, CEO of DentaFlow, where we help dental practices be more productive with our productivity-focused platform of analytics and patient self-scheduling. Provider pain points vary, but all point to one problem: my business is not profitable. You might be a single practice owner who's having a difficult time with staff putting appointments on the schedule with the right procedures and time allotments. Or you may be a federal qualified health center that doesn't give the dental arm the attention that it needs, so it's underperforming. At a DSO, profits are lost in inefficient workflows across all the locations. Or you may just also be that single mobile hygienist who doesn't have the time or staff to answer every call to ensure your schedule stays full. That's where DentaFlow comes in to provide dental professionals the tools they need to be more productive. Through our patented scheduling algorithm for patient self-scheduling and our forward-looking data analytics dashboard, we're able to fill the schedule with profitable appointments as well as provide key insights for the practice to become more efficient. With productivity at the core of everything we do, we provide views and dashboards where decisions on items like staffing can be easily made. We also provide insights into items like acceptable lab and supply costs, all the way down to provider compensation. Our patient self-scheduling features allow the practice to be able to book appointments 24/7. Whether you're understaffed and missing calls throughout the day or onboarding a new associate, DentaFlow can help fill the schedule for you. We built the DentaFlow scheduling solution to make it easy for new or existing patients to schedule an appointment without interacting with the staff. Scheduling their first appointment or their next appointment in a treatment plan series has never been easier. Experience everything. DentaFlow breaks the cycle of ugly and non-user-friendly dental software as well. So last year, we got to be a part of an accelerator, and with our partner, we actually surveyed patients, and we discovered that over 75% of patients prefer self-scheduling over calling in to speak to a representative. And then on the flip side, we also interviewed some providers as well, and also found out that 75% of practices had not even considered offering a patient self-scheduling option. So comparing ourselves to a couple of our competitors, we find ourselves in a league of our own. Everyone does the easy scheduling like cleanings and consultations. However, we are the only solution created for mobile providers as well. We also are the only solution that allows for scheduling of complex treatment plans by the patient. Finally, we are directly integrated with Ascend and looking to also integrate with others as well. We keep our data in sync, so there's no issues with double bookings and things like that. So DentaFlow sits in the dental practice management space where practices purchase a core system and then additional integrations, unless they got Invident. But other than that, the dental practice management market size is about $2.3 billion with almost 200,000 dental practices. About 22,000 of those practices are associated with DSOs. Once we establish ourselves in the dental space, we know we can move on to all of health, where the global practice management system market size is 2.73 billion. Because we originally built Dental Flow for the mobile needs of Care Mobile, we are also poised to take advantage of the growing mobile dental unit market. So as we all know, everything's getting on wheels. And so we're actually already poised to be one of the first products to allow the optimization of mobile schedules as well. So our MVP has been in production for a few months, and our first pilot customer has already scheduled over 1,000 appointments via self-scheduling. We've lined up our next 6 pilot customers covering a variety of different use cases. We know we got the team that are looking happy with our experience across startups and the enterprise and specific experience scheduling and route optimization, as well as platforms and integrations. And then we also have Dr. Quan Watson as an advisor, who's been a 25-year practicing dentist. And I'll just go ahead and jump to the end so my time is up. So we're looking for customer introductions, investor introductions, as well as those that want to invest in Dental Flow. Thank you.
Great job, Joe.
Great. Thanks, Joe. Yep. Excited to be a part of that and help you bring that product to market. So up next, James, good to see you, buddy, from Precision Dental Analytics. Is that the name now? Love it. Forget about Scout. Let's call it Precision.
All right. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and share. All right. So I'm James DeLuca from Precision Dental Analytics. We're looking just to let data lead the way in dental practices. A little bit about myself. So I entered into the dental industry through Aspen Dental as an office manager, where I was in the top 20 in case conversion rates. And that was measured a couple different ways, both through credit applications put in, total dollars down. Pretty much stayed within that out of about 500 practices at the time.
James, by the way, sorry to interrupt you. We're just seeing if you want to put it in slideshow mode, we're just seeing the slides rather than slide share. I think maybe it may have shared at a different screen.
Got it. Here, I'm just going to do that. How about this way? Are you guys seeing that okay?
I mean, it's still just the slides. If you want to go full screen, hit the presentation mode or I think it's F4 up at the top there. Yep. Set up at the very top. There's a little slideshow. Share. We're fine. Go ahead. Just play it. Go with it. Lesson for everybody that's pitching.
Sorry about
have your presentation up in presentation mode, right? So, all right, let's start that over. I'm going to give you three minutes and we'll start over. There we go. From current slide, just click. Yep.
Yeah, right here.
There you go.
All right, you seeing okay?
Nope, must be on a different screen.
Okay. You see my picture here now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right, I'll just walk through here. So I worked for Aspen Dental. And after that, I was at North American Dental as a regional director of operations, and really kind of fell out of love with the corporate dentistry model. Started working with private practices and a boutique dental consultant, as well as took some continuing ed and developed a proprietary process where we can analyze a dental practice and figure out roughly how much opportunity is in that practice in basically inefficiencies. What our DNA is, as far as a mission, we're here to help dental professionals unlock those hidden revenue opportunities and optimize practice efficiency through data-driven methodologies. We are all industry leader, or we all have industry experience with roughly over 30 years of industry experience. And ultimately, the vision is to make sure that every dentist that we work with is able to give himself a fair wage, which we consider a minimum of 35% of their personal production, as well as a practice that's at least 25% profitable. The three main problems that we address is one is the management by intuition, which we really solve through our data process. Data in itself and the practice management software, everything that you need is there, but very rarely is it easily digestible. And then analytics dashboards that exist right now, they really capture ROI for themselves, but still leave most dentists blind to about 90% of the opportunities. And we also offer coaching as well as a white label service for other coaches. Because the problem that we've found is most dentists would benefit from the use of a practice management coach, but only about 30% of the qualified leads that they get end up converting, because the thing that they're really pitching is more abstract. So our solution, we have intellectual property on our analysis. This is a done-for-you in-depth evaluation. The price point on that is $3,000 for a practice. And we, on average, uncover $748,000 of annually recurring revenue. That's on a $1.6 million practice. We have personalized coaching of the case studies that we've completed, where we've tracked in detail, kind of month by month, how things have gone. We're capturing right now about $400,000 in additional annually recurring revenue. That coaching is also at $3,000 per month. And we also offer licensing at $25,000 annually, where we basically white label our product. And the advantage to that for coaches is that this has a 90% conversion rate, converting about 45 of the 49 comp evaluations that we've completed into a coaching program itself. Our marketing strategy covers 4 areas for right now. I've recently written a book. So this is the Dental Data Playbook on Amazon, as well as we have referrals. So we have strategic partners, CareCredit being a big one, as well as an internal referral system where we'll do a free 6-month checkup, where we basically re-go through the process and give an analysis on progress so far, as long as they have a paid referral. Social media, we're leveraging our network on LinkedIn. There's going to be social media stuff happening next week. Basically, we have a network of about 20,000 followers that we're working with right now.
James,
well
you
as-
gotta wrap it up with your ask. Are you about a minute over?
Yeah.
So
All right. So basically, the ask at this point is our scalability is being limited right now at this point from the lack of technology. Our process is manually driven. So we're looking to do in 2025 is start the scalability process. We've already copyrighted our methodology and have a proof of concept to train an LLM, build the dashboard, and then fully automate all the way through coaching, where we expect to move into 10 million plus annually. So we're looking for ultimately investors or partners that could help make the technology aspect happen for us.
all right. Thank you, James. James is a great consultant. I know he's got happy customers because I've talked to a few. All right. Up next, Allo AI and Inflatrix is up after that in the deck, on deck.
Can you guys hear me?
We can.
Amazing. I'm just trying not to be nervous, but it's cool. Every time it happens, I want to pitch. All right, let me quickly share my screen.
We got Hossein next to you there as your support animal.
Keep it quiet here.
Yes. All right, you guys can see my screen, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna try to go for 3 minutes. So biggest problem in the dental market, turnover rates and a staffing issue. I mean, if any of you guys had run a practice before, you know that like it's something that most of the practices struggle with. Hard to find receptionists and like office managers that are basically accountable. So if I can talk to some numbers, basically most of the clinics, they are missing anywhere between 30 to 60% of their calls. And that translates to anywhere between 100 to 200 all the way up to 500 calls. Like we've seen some DSOs that have that kind of missed calls. And out of like the solution to that right now is a voicemail, which out of every 1,000 calls, like recent clients that was missing like 1,000 calls across 9 locations, they were having 1,000 missed calls and they were only getting like 20 to 30 voicemails per month, which means that it's not a very effective way. And like that already tells you that like it's a big issue. So what we've built is basically a voice AI receptionist that's able to take all the inbound calls, talks to the patients just like a human does. It can speak like 21 different languages, and it is integrated with like 39 practice management systems that it can book appointments, reschedule, cancel, and give information about the practice. And for anything else, like currently it's transfers to the human agents, but we are building more integrations for it to be able to handle more things, basically. And yeah, we got a live demo. Like if you guys want to take a picture of it, just give it a quick call whenever you could. Is just suppose you're a patient and you just called a dental clinic and you wanted to book an appointment. Our target market is mostly Canada and US. We've got, as I said, integrations with most of the major PMSs that practices use, like Dentrix, Open Dental, Eaglesoft, all of them. And basically the markets, like the average amount that a practice spends on basically staffing, front staffing is usually between 50K to 70K per location. That's an average, which makes it a market of like 11 billion. And basically from that market, 39% of front resources are dedicated to answering calls. And basically 3 billion of that. And then the obtainable market for us would be somewhere in the vicinity of 300 million. We've got competitors. We've got a lot of competitors. Back when we started, we didn't have any, but right now there are a lot of people trying to do this. Basically, Arini AI, Dentina AI, Ronda AI, if you know any of them. But like here, you can see that's basically what we do. We didn't just get ChatGPT to talk, but we trained a language model based on like thousands of hours of call data, like actual call data, that's able to handle the calls efficiently. And so far, like we are now at a stage that we're not struggling with onboarding. Like we cut down on onboarding of 1 month to right now it's like 5 days. The integrations and like we've got 13 customers so far, a couple of group practices that we are working with. And these are our pricings, like starts at $599, $799, and $899. It's got different things, and basically on the premium package, you can have like 25 simultaneous calls, meaning there's no queuing system. So another problem that I didn't mention, like most of the call data that we were working with, there was an average of like 5 to 10 minutes of hold time on that. So that's kind of give you the whole picture. This is our financial projections, and yeah. Didn't
Go back to your ask and spend a couple seconds on that. What are you looking for, and how are you using the funds?
So yes, basically we are looking for both customers because we are probably like first to market with this technology. There are other companies that are trying to do it. They're not really in production, but we've already been in the market, and the clinics that we are working with, like we are booking anywhere between 20 to 25 appointments per month. And we are basically turning their missed calls into appointments. So we place ourselves in between the receptionist and the voicemail, and the calls that are about to go missed, we jump in and we take it. And basically, we are looking to acquire customers for sure. We have a free trial of 1 week, no strings attached. Like any practices, we can onboard them in like a couple of days. And basically, we are also fundraising, like for a pre-seed round, we are raising $500,000. And I don't have enough time to talk about what we're going to do with that, but I mean, that gives you the whole story.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you. Good stuff. Great place to be. So, all right, Mark Thoresen, you know the drill.
Yes, sir. I know that drill. Pardon the pun. Yay. Sure.
It's fun to see how people do this multiple times and they get more comfortable and continue to improve, where they get to a point where it's just like, bam, just start doing it.
Present. Here we are.
Presenting full screen slides. Yep.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dr. Mark Thoresen, retired general dentist, dental educator, dental innovator, and dental sales professional. Who's had a filling recently? Was it fun? Dental patients want 3 things. Please do a great job. Please do it very efficiently. And please, please don't hurt me. Well, the problem is that the current system's popular for putting fillings in back teeth, which is where we're starting with Inflatrix. They work. How is that a problem? Well, they take a long time. They're tedious. There are multiple pieces to be handled, wrangled, ordered, stocked, and they leave the patient sore at the end. The average clinician requires between 60 and 75 seconds to place this hardware. The whole point is to keep the little bands in place so the filling stays and keeps its shape. That's the whole point. What's the solution? The solution is Inflatrix. It is one piece. It goes into place between 10 and 30 seconds. It's a very short, shallow learning curve. It's much more comfortable for the patients. And comfort is extremely important now because lasers are gaining a significant traction in use in cutting teeth and putting fillings. And when the vast majority of laser applications do not need shots. so patients aren't numb for this process. It's especially important for children, and making mommy and daddy happy because little Jimmy isn't crying is a huge trust builder. We need to have trust amongst patients and clinicians. I'm patient zero. The upper left picture is me. You can see our syringe here, water and air flowing through the one-way valve, getting into the device and keeping it there. Those of you who are clinicians know that the rest of the procedure won't change. Inflatrix is being evaluated by top key opinion leaders in the dental world and academics, industry, and business. We have 14 beta testers. I'm recruiting a lot now. If you're a clinician, I would love to hear from you. My contact info is in the slides and on the chat. I need your clinical experience. We have 2 patents. We have a trademark where the FDA says we are a 510(k) exempt device. Very happy about that. We're going to be going forward and backwards too fast. Marketing directly to doctors by way of inflatrix.com. On the show circuit, I have significant experience and success in the show circuit, making the Inflatrix in 4 sizes to accommodate all the variations in human teeth, adult and child. We're creating a starter kit and a clinical kit. Our marketplace is huge. Our beachhead market, some say SAM, is the GPs and kids dentists under the age of 45 because they're most likely to be early adopters. We need that. The world market is double that. This marketplace has not been disrupted in decades. My team, you have my face. Frank, Andy, and Eric, the 4 of us have 120 years of expert experience in our various fields. We are the team to do this. Our ask is $300,000. That gets us a very long first flight with these characteristics: good workspace, raw materials and equipment to build 2,000 test units and get beta tester kits, up to 2 hires that will get us MVP by the end of Q4 and allow us to start production by the beginning of 25. Inflatrix will save time, money, and build trust. That's what clinicians need with their patients. Again, thank you for your time. Please join me. I look forward to talking to you.
All right. Look at that. Perfect timing. Thank you, Mark. All right. Biome.
Hello, hello.
Thank you, Julia.
Yes. So here we are. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Wonderful. All right. So we are Biome, and we make algae botanicals for the mouth and gut. We are Dr. Julia. I'm Dr. Julia Paraderi, and I am a wait. What is happening? Right. So I'm Dr. Julia Paraderi. I'm a neuroscientist and a business strategist. I spent the last 15 years in the fields of regenerative biology, drug development, and medical foods. And really, I'm on a mission to help the body heal itself with nature's most powerful ancient microorganisms. So here we are to reverse age-related decline in oral health. 50% of the people over age 35 have starting to have problems. It's dramatically increased by retirement age, and we're focusing on problems like bleeding gums, deep periodontal pockets, mouth sores. So why now? It's because it's getting worse. I mean, constantly we are seeing widespread nutrient deficiencies. We're seeing chronic exposure to toxic ingredients, especially in oral hygiene products, and we have super high financial burden of care. So the mission here is feed your gums. Using algae. So algae are ancient microorganisms. They are known to have a rich nutrient profile. They're microbiome friendly. They're anti-inflammatory. They accelerate tissue repair, really to help the body heal. And spirulina is our favorite algae at the moment, is not currently marketed for oral health, though global production is going up to about 20,000 tons by 2030. People use extracts and isolates, synthetics, and label it as sea origins or something, but we are the first to use whole spirulina for topical applications, and it does great for the gum disease problems I've mentioned. We have 2 products on the market. Our first product is a tooth powder. It's a minimalist formula for mouth repair. It has whole complementary ingredients, no flavors, no preservatives, and we like people to use this as a toothpaste alternative or an add-on. Our next gen product are spirulina chewables, and they promote healthy gums and good breath. And this is kind of like a mouthwash and breath mint alternative. So these are some customer testimonials. I won't go through them, but really we're seeing a lot of amazing results with people using these formulas. And we don't have to do a lot. Nature has all the answers, and all we're doing is harnessing it and bringing it to people that need it. So we've established our R&D program, our manufacturing facility that can support up to 75,000 units a year. And we have our proof of concept and beta testing completed. And we have amazing responses and direct relationships with our suppliers. As you know, this is a huge market. I mentioned earlier that we're targeting the entire digestive system, so from gums to bums, and you can imagine the total available market includes things like colorectal ulcers, fissures, and other problems with the mucosa. So we have our ideal customer profile. Really, the competitive landscape is bits are gaining popularity, and you're going to see dental chewables like probiotics. You're going to see spirulina supplements that are meant to be ingested, and toothpaste bits. So we are right along with those, and of course we're much better because we're spirulina first, whole spirulina, unaltered. We provide a nutrient boost, non-toxic, and have detox properties as well. So we're going for thought leadership and health equity initiatives, and our ask is 1.3 million to grow our platform and accelerate commercialization. Yeah, thank you. We have a great team, and we have platform technology that can be expanded into other segments, and we see amazing results with deep periodontal pockets. So thank you so much.
All right. Well, thank you for presenting, Julia. Where are you located? I saw a little different language there in your drop down.
Yes. So I'm in Los Angeles, but I'm originally from Russia. So a lot of my technology is in Russian.
Oh, good stuff. Yeah. Amazing technology. All right. Up next, Oral Bio Life, the other biome. Bio.
Yes, the other bio.
The other, lots of bios and lots of dents in the dental industry, right?
Hey, you have to come up with a name somehow, right?
Yeah.
But thank you for having me. My name is Doug Nisanoff. I am the Chief Business Officer of Oral BioLife. I'm extremely excited to talk to you guys today about Amberlux Dental Gel, which we are developing to optimize bone regrowth and dental care for not just humans, but animals too. Have a very strong team behind us. Dr. Vanook has founded over 6 companies and exited successfully for numerous companies. Our CEO is a commercial launch expert. We have a great scientific team, and look, we even have a periodontist on staff too. We have a great scientific advisory board. It's some of the leading experts in periodontal research. We also have a veterinarian. We have somebody who has started and exited dental tech startups, and formulation expert too. So since we only have 4 minutes, we'll be pretty quick. But here's a quick overview of what we're doing. So we are aiming to revolutionize dental care with pioneering bioactive technology, starting with game-changing treatment in periodontal disease. I'll go through each of these points in the presentation. All right, so let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is periodontal disease. When I say the elephant in the room, I mean for dental, of course. It affects half of adults globally, which is 65 million in the US. And periodontal disease is actually pretty widespread, but it's overlooked. There's not really any good solutions right now. The current standard of treatment is something called scalar root planning, and it's pretty painful, and it's only temporary relief. And this is a gateway disease, so there's a lot to be done. So enter Amberlux Dental Gel. We are developing a gel that is pretty simple. So if you look here on the right, you can see the syringe, and it goes into the periodontal pocket. You put the gel in there, you cure it with a blue light. Simple. So how does it work? Well, there's something called the piezoelectric effect. And actually, whenever you chew or speak even, you produce a little bit of electricity. We've learned to harness the power of piezoelectricity to stimulate the osteoblasts, which grows bone. And this can lead to regeneration at the cellular level for bone. It's the holy grail, growing bone. Real quick on just looking at the studies, I won't bore you with too many details, and you can of course reach out to me afterwards. But we have positive data from both mice and from dogs. So if you look here to the left, what you'll see is no treatment, and you can really see some pretty bad exposure of the roots. It's from gingival recession, what it's called. And if you look all the way to the right, you'll see actually that with combination of the standard treatment, which is SRP, and our Amberlux dental gel, it grew bone. Look at that. It also decreases periodontal inflammation. And this is some really exciting data that we just published that I'm happy to share with you guys. So this is a dog who pretty much came into the veterinary clinic and they were about to have to pull the teeth. And as a last resort, they tried our Amberlux dental gel. And what you can see are furcations, right? The spaces in between these roots. You can see how beautiful that bone regrew. And our scientists were just giddy. We have very strong IP. And we have endorsements from some of the leading dental suppliers and manufacturing leaders too. So White Dental, Dentsply Sirona, Henry Schein. I saw a couple of those folks are on this call too. So feel free to say hi afterwards. The reason I'm excited about this from an investment standpoint, there's threefold profit potential. We have the potential to exit investors in this round can participate in 3 bites of the cherry. An exit from Animal Dental Health. And we actually just announced a partnership with Phibro Animal Health. So it would be a potential acquirer right there. From our dental health, starting with periodontal, and if successful, we can even go on into long bones and orthopedic. We have a robust pipeline of 7 different products. We're not a one-trick pony. It has the potential to be a $1 billion company in revenues. So the ask is $1.3 million for our seed investment, and that'll get us through canine studies, our toxicology study, IDE filing, our pilot study, and much more. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Up next, SmileFi. We lose SmileFi. All right, let's move on. Ultra Oral. Dr. Sanders, thanks for joining.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
Great.
All right. Let me pop this up and put into second. Where's that? Good. Everyone can see that?
There we go. Yep.
Great. I'm actually coming to you from Israel. It's in the middle of the night here. It's at 3 o'clock in the morning, but I got up for it.
Dedication right there. Love it.
There you go, my friend. There you go. Okay. So we got something actually a little different. We're looking to provide a really revolutionary solution that's non-invasive, easy to use, and significantly increases bioavailability and delivery to the cells and organs of the body of whether it's an OTC nutritional supplement or APIs through our optimized intraoral tissue delivery. And obviously by doing that, we'll help people. So ROA is route of administration. When you take a pill, you swallow, it's got to go through your whole digestive tract, got to get through your metabolism of your liver. Okay, that's first pass metabolism. And you can lose up to 90% of what you put into the pill. The tissues in your mouth are actually fantastic compared to putting a patch on your skin. And the big issue though is that it's passive diffusion. So it takes a long time. You can get up to 95% through the tissue, but it can take you 10 hours or more to get it through there. And so that's not really great. So what we've done is we have a strong international patent, and it's based on the idea of, right at the moment, we're working on functional chewing gums. It allows us a nice therapeutic window of 10 or 15 minutes. You can chew a piece of gum. You can put in your mouth a mouthwash for about 10, 15 seconds, but you can chew a piece of gum for 10, 15 minutes. And this system allows us to heat the gum by using cleverly the saliva as an activating agent. And by doing so, we're able to increase diffusion of whatever it is we want to put into the gum through the membranes of the mouth and into the bloodstream and into the body. And that's up to between 140 and 240% more. Here's an example. We're able to pack into each piece of gum about 800 milligrams. And our first product, as you can see here, is Ultra Perio. And we've got 6 active ingredients, 60 pieces in a box and about 50 cents per piece. Here's a little pilot study that we did here where we had people chew. We took saliva samples before and after and a specific biomarker. And we went ahead and we found that 81% reduction in the inflammatory biomarker, which means lower biomarker, lower disease. And that was only after 10 days of use. This is the size of the market for Perio, and the size of the market. Our second product actually is going to be for MCI, which is cognitive, health, and these are big markets. We're actually right now on the cusp of going into sales. We've completed our first product development, which is the Ultra Perio, and we're now moving towards production. I'll skip over the go-to-market. Basically, we've got something that's completely FDA compliant, CE compliant. We're looking to go upstream to the source of disease, which is a lot of the pathogens that are in the mouth. And this is our B2B sales channel that we're going to go through professionals to begin with. Here's a little slide that shows customer acquisition costs, LTV, and the ratio, which is quite nice. This is our team, our brains, people here. Myself, we have a polymer scientist, and Larry Go, and we've got a already a strategic partner in Europe, and that's $1 million worth of value in manufacturing, and we're looking to raise $4 million.
Great.
That's it.
All right. Well, appreciate it. Thank you. And nice to meet you.
Thank
All
you.
right. Up next, we have Ralph from Smilefy. Ralph said he had a little internet issue, but got it fixed now. Are you there, Ralph? Oh, you know what? Need to add him back as a panelist. So let's move on to exports occlusion mouth guards.
I'm a newbie here, so how do I share the screen?
Just down at the bottom, it's Zoom, so you can just take over the sharing there.
Oh, got it. Okay. See the screen?
Yep.
Perfect. So my name is Ian Miller. I am a Chief Revenue Officer for a number of different dental companies. And today what I'd like to do is I would like to share with you export occlusal mouth guards. Now, we have all seen the infamous pictures of a variety of athletes who have their hanging mouth guards all over the place. Whether it is Steph Curry, who started wearing a mouth guard after needing 7 stitches in the middle of a game, or as you saw before, the picture of, who was it before? Let's see. Oh yeah, Patrick Mahomes in the middle of a football game, always with the mouth guard hanging. Well, why? It's basically because mouth guards have not had any great changes to the technology in over 60 years. They don't feel protected. They don't feel good in the mouth. They can't speak with it in. They're uncomfortable and they don't work. Let's face it, they really do not protect the teeth, the jaw, or TBIs, which are a big, big problem. Whether you're a famous athlete like Lionel Messi, who wears it out of his mouth and then ends up with a bloody mouth from an elbow, or whether you're a bicyclist, an athlete or a weekend sports fanatic is 60 times more likely to have teeth damage when not wearing a mouth guard. 84% of athletes and weekend enthusiasts do not wear mouth guards. Now, the picture on the left here is Cole Sillinger from the Blue Jackets. And this picture went viral. And because of that, 2 of the dentists from the Blue Jackets approached us and helped us develop our mouth guards. They are investors in the company, and they helped us develop what's known as the world's first P² C² technology. We have the only triple layer three-dimensional, custom-fit carbon fiber mouth guard on the market, which gives us protection, comfort, communication, and performance. Protection. Carbon fiber, it's one of the strongest materials in the world, yet it is lightweight and not flexible at all. Why do Corvettes that have carbon fiber go for 100,000 more than the Corvettes that don't? It's because of the protection. You absolutely need protection when you're out there on the field, getting hit, getting TBIs. If you do not have protection, you are in trouble, as we saw this weekend in one of the big football games. Performance. When you have a mouth guard that fits well and does not take up the entire mouth, you can actually breathe. Your O2 saturation goes up and your clarity is there, your reflexes are there, and whether you're a professional athlete or just playing hoops with the guys, you are going to perform better. This is a $4 billion market with a crummy 5.8% CAGR. Well, we plan on disrupting that. I mentioned before that there is only 16% of athletes and recreational weekend athletes using mouth guards. We plan to go up to 50 to 60 to 70% because the goal of our company is to get a mouth guard into every single user who can use one, who needs one, whether they can afford it or not. We're already placed in over 100 professional and amateur athletes, including UFC, boxing, football, hockey, basketball, lacrosse. We're all over the place with all of our KOLs, and they are just about to go crazy with it. They've all been giving us testimonials and how comfortable it is, how it breathes, how they can talk with it, and the ones who get hit constantly with the protection. I'll just whip right down to the ask. We are asking for $300,000 for 6% of the company. And our current sales look like they're going to be about 100,000 over the next 4 months. And by 2026, we are expecting 16 million in sales with over an $8 million margin.
I love it. I've got some potential investors for you, by the way, for that one. I've coached my son in 36 different seasons of sports, and the mouth guard always goes out of his mouth, and
absolutely,
it's a huge issue. So
you actually look like you must have played sports at some time.
Yeah, I played football in college. Yeah, blah blah blah. Yeah, high school, college, all that stuff. Yeah. I don't talk about my high school days, but my girlfriend gives me a hard time because I'm a high school Hall of Fame. I'm like, it's not the same as Hall of Fame. High school Hall of Fame, who cares, right? So,
thank you, Travis, for the opportunity.
Yeah, all right. Smilify. Ralph, you in a good spot?
Yes, thank you, Travis.
All
Thank
right.
you. So let me share my screen. Here we go. So Smilify, thank you so much for the time, and thank you so much for the opportunity to pitch. My name is Ralph George, and Smilify is the platform that empowers dentists with AI-based technology, diagnostics, and an aesthetic treatment plan. My goal is to revolutionize smile design by introducing a groundbreaking platform that centers around the treatment plan options. The platform will automatically adapt the 3D design based on these decisions, streamlining and automating time-consuming procedures and workflows using AI technology. What we address is a problem on the market. Dentistry becomes more holistic, dentistry becomes more interdisciplinary, and we don't have the time, we don't have the money, and we don't have the specialist that can take this huge load of work to create these perfect smile designs with the treatment plans behind it. The problem on the market is the limited treatment control for dentists, so they have restricted influence over the design process and the final treatment outcomes. Low case acceptance rate by the patients because patients struggle to visualize the new smile, relying on verbal communication. And of course, the time and costly and time-consuming treatment plan, heavy reliance on dental technicians and big specialists who can see and create, right, a very, very high quality treatment plan. That's why Smilefy is a shared side solution. It's a chair side solution where the dentist can design the treatment plan and the aesthetic treatment, eliminating the need to back and forth with the dental labs or the specialists, saving time and costs. We enhance visual communication because we want to visualize in 3D how the final outcome is looking like when they plan a new smile. And the highly predictable and accurate outcomes. That's very important because with the diagnostics and treatment planning, the dentist gain full control over the design process, achieving predictable and accurate treatment results. So our big vision is to have the AI diagnostics. Based on the AI diagnostics, we have the AI proposed treatment plan, linking not only proposals for the treatment plan, but linking the studies for 40 years of dentistry. What happens when you select the treatment plan number A after 1 year, after 5 years, after 10 years? What happens when you choose a certain material after 1 year, 5 years, 10 years? So we give access to the biggest expertise and experience to dentists through AI. And then the smile design, and that's very important. The smile design is adjusted automatically by AI and different technologies that we develop, so that the time-consuming 3D design just fell out of this workflow. So we have the AI simulation. The AI simulation, it's just a 1 minute smile simulation to motivate the patient, to show the patient the advantage of an aesthetic treatment. Afterwards, we do the 3D printable smile design, a smile design that can be achieved in minutes, in few minutes, using our technology, and create a motivational walks-up or motivational mock-up in the mouth of the patient. And afterwards, we do have the digital treatment planning, where you can bring the CBCT or the panoramic and get all the important data based on AI diagnostics, so that nobody can oversee, the most important issues of the patient. AI power efficiency, treatment plan quality, higher case acceptance rate, and improve patient's care, because that's what we need. On the chair side, we are pretty alone in this area, on this market. We do have a huge market potential. It's 1.1 billion, and the aesthetic market is growing. But on the other side, we don't have enough good smile designers. We don't have enough specialists who can create the best treatment plan possible. That's why what we do in our management team, me and my co-founder, Tatiana George, and our advisors, we create a solution that can not only design by itself the smiles, but also integrate in the whole procedure AI diagnostics and the most important, the treatment plan. So we do have
Ralph, you want to get to your ask because you're over time?
Yes.
And definitely looks like you got a lot of slides and a lot of good info. Looks like a great product, so worth a longer pitch. But fortunately, 4 minutes here with a couple more to go.
Can I have 5 seconds? 5 seconds.
Perfect.
We are profitable. We started 2021, 800,000, 1.2 million, 1.4, 1.6. And we raised now 2 million just to create the final version of the full automation that we have, development, marketing, and growth, of course. And that's our projection, to grow to 9 million in 2027.
What's your valuation, if you don't mind me asking, or if that something you could share publicly? If not, no big deal.
Yeah, our valuation is 20 million, and the 20 million is based on the exit proposal that we had actually 2 years ago.
Okay, great. I love to see companies that are profitable. I always tell all my companies I work with, focus on sell, focus on profitability. That's how people are more likely to invest in you, and bootstrap as long as you can to get to that point. Speaking of which, Kamir Patel from SmartChair, you're up next.
Hi, everybody. Hi, how are you? Just give me 1 second, just pulling up the presentation.
Yeah, no problem. All right. And on deck, we got Practice Orbit, Amar Dent, and Ocare AI to finish it up.
Yep. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Hi. So my name is Dr. Kamir Patel. I'm the CEO and co-founder of SmartChair.ai. We are analytics platform that uses smart sensors to monitor occupancy in dental chairs. I'd like to start off by asking a simple question. I want everybody to look around and see if they have any smart devices or smart watches that they can look at. I'm pretty sure most of everybody here has some sort of smart device right next to them. To start off with the team, I'm the CEO and co-founder, and Dimitri Burstin is my COO. He is the founder and CEO of a regional DSO rideshare in New England. And we have built our team of advisors, which includes Jeremy Krell, the managing partner at Riviere Partners, and Jinesh Patel, the CEO of Uptime Health. Now, again, back to my question, as we have seen the evolution of the regular watch becoming an Apple Watch because become synonymous with the regular watches, now technology has been able to take it one step forward to becoming even more smart, like using AI with Whoop, where they can automatically understand the type of activities that you're doing. Now, being a dentist working in the dental office, seeing the inefficiencies, one question that always came up to me, that in a day and age where we monitor our sleep to the last minute, we monitor our food intake to the last calorie, why are we not monitoring the biggest capital asset in the dental office? That's the dental chair. And that's where we bring in our technology to objectively measure the use of the dental chair in the office and help unlock the next level of efficiency for our users. Talking about the challenge, the cost of running a dental business, like any other business, has been going up. The operational costs are rising, reimbursement is going down. That's where we came up with our solution, where we're using patented hardware to transform dental chairs into smart assets. Our market opportunity is huge. We are targeting initially DSOs, which helps reduce our sales cycle because a lot of these groups have thousands of offices where we can roll out our technology. And then we see an opportunity in other chair-based healthcare sectors such as optometry, urgent care, and vets. So we do have a patent that protects our technology, giving us an edge over our competitors, which there are none currently in the market. Current development status, we are across 80 plus dental chairs using our data to create insights for our dental offices. We're proud to say we are part of we are doing a pilot at the BU Dental School, and currently we just signed up our first customer as a federally qualified healthcare center here in New England. We generate different data sets with the data that we are capturing, help offices visualize their patient inflow and outflow in their office. And this can help compare different offices and understand and unlock efficiency across these different offices. Development pipeline, we are using AI and machine learning to understand single patient versus just time spent and increasing efficacy and accuracy of our data. Go to market, we have a two-pronged approach of using direct sales with their established team of installers and licensing our technology as well. The revenue model, it's all boils down to the worth of a dental chair. And we see a market opportunity where even capturing 5% of the 600,000 dental chairs in the US, we can end up with 18 million in annual recurring revenue. Our current ask is $1 million, which we have broken down into two tranches of 500K each. The first will go towards getting our first 50 paid customers and refining our product. And then we want to rapidly expand into larger groups, which we already have a discussion with. I appreciate everybody's time. And if anybody's interested in piloting our technology and investing, please feel free to reach out. Our website is www.smartchair.ai. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Love to see how that's continued to evolve too. Great. So Practice Orbit.
Hey, everybody. Can you see my screen okay?
Yep.
Great. Thanks for letting me have a moment here. Travis, I'll keep this within my 4 minutes here. So I'm Wes Reed. I'm the founder of a outsourced CFO firm called Practice CFO. We have about 50 employees, do about 11 million in revenue. We are financial planners and investment advisors as well. So it's a comprehensive personal and business CFO. And we have about 400 dentists that we work with nationwide. This is not the company I'm pitching, but it's important for context of who I am. I founded it about 9 years ago. In the process of being a CFO and a CPA for dental offices, I've been involved in hundreds of practice sales, dental transitions. And it's a very inefficient transaction. And there has been no technology introduced into that space for really ever. And so it's very who you know who's got the biggest Rolodex, and dentists really don't have the best experience in that. And yet so much happens in that transaction because the buyer is buying the assets of the seller and setting up everything brand new in their own corporation. It's not a stock sale. And so what I'm wanting to do is introduce a technology. It's called Practice Orbit. Practice Orbit is a multi-sided platform. Multi-sided platforms are what we know in Amazon and Uber and Airbnb that create a marketplace for users to find each other and transact inside of that technology platform. And they fundamentally change the way that the industry operates because of that technology. And I think that these big multi-sided platforms that are out there are going to become much more niche in specific industries, where the users therefore become much more relevant. Think of, for example, an Indeed just for dental hiring, for example, would be more relevant than just this generic big Indeed hiring site. The first feature that I'm adding in here is Practice Sales. It is a broker, but it's really a technology-driven broker, and I would prefer it if brokers would all come together and agree to use this to create sort of an MLS for dental practices through our search practice page. Brokers are all on average about 75 years old, not terribly interested in changing and using a technology platform. And so I'm rolling this out on my own as a broker. We have about 10 listings. We just went live about 3 months ago. I have put about $700,000 of my own money into this, and about 3 years of my time. I have a stateside development team. The development is very, very good. Let me give you a little intro to what it looks like. Once a user creates an account, they come to their dashboard. And as a dentist, they can indicate if they're buying or selling and fill out their profile. Buyers can indicate where they want to buy a dental practice in the saved searches. And in the saved searches, they can then be automatically notified of practices that become available in that area. Buyers and sellers invite their teams inside of the platform. So if I'm a seller, I invite my attorney, I invite my accountant. If I'm a buyer, I invite the banker, attorney, and accountant inside the system. Then the seller will create their listing, their prospectus inside of the platform digitally. I say it's been TurboTaxed. So it's very easy to sort of go through and fill it out. So you have this real beautiful listing of the practice with all the financial information, clinical information, patient information, et cetera. It's all anonymous until a digital NDA is signed inside the system. Once a digital NDA is signed inside the system, it creates a transaction room once the letter of intent is submitted and accepted, and all of the professional team and the dentist inside the system can navigate the sale. So it's got a lot of tools and features to navigate the sale, and that is Practice Orbit. So much more to say, but that's all.
I love it. Yeah. And this is a great, I mean, we need to talk, Wesley, because I've built some similar things and had some people that have built a movement towards this, and I want to send it your way. So
great.
Yeah, I've got a lot of questions and thoughts for you. So let's schedule a time to talk.
Sounds
all
good.
right. So up next, we've got Amardent, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. Is Amardent still here? Nope. Okay. Eric, I'll promote you, but let's move on to Ocare AI.
Hi, everyone. How are you doing? Thank you for staying on so long. I really do appreciate it. All right. So my name is Shazia. I am the founder of Ocare AI, and we are a dental AI company based out of Toronto. And our aim is to reduce the rates of oral disease worldwide. And the tool that we're using to do that is imaging. And oral disease encompasses many, many things, but at the moment we're focusing our talents on periodontal disease, and the imaging we're using is photography. So we're very used to x-rays, and we do know that when we see periodontal disease and we experience some bone loss, we will see it on an x-ray. But how do we change our dental practices so that we can be more proactive as opposed to reactive, and detect those periodontal disease a lot earlier, treat them a lot earlier so that the patient has better outcomes and we're offering up better services as well to our patients? And this is where the photography side comes in. Photography is an amazing resource, and we can capture the tissue, the texture, the patterns, and couple that with artificial intelligence, and we can actually teach a model to do all of those things for us, which is a double win for the dental clinics. So what we have done at OCare AI is develop this platform which allows dentists and hygienists to take photographs of their patients when they're in the dental chair, upload them onto our platform, and have them analyzed automatically within seconds, so that right there and then they know what regions of interest they need to look at, and what kind of signs were indicated by the artificial intelligence model. Was it inflammation, bleeding, redness, or something else? And they can actually take action there and then to clean away anything that may develop to something more extreme in the future. Now, what's in it for the dental clinics? So clinics can actually increase their revenue by up to $7,800 a month if they use photography on a more regular basis. Our platform allows them to do that as we start to integrate into PMS systems, which we are working on right this second. We're working on Open Dental, and we will add them in as we move along. And the bulk of that revenue increase actually comes from a 30% increase in case acceptance rates. So if you show your patient a photograph as well as the treatment you're offering, they're more likely to accept it. Furthermore, almost every clinic has the hardware already. You have your DSLR cameras, you have your specialized intraoral cameras, or even your smartphone camera, and you can use all of those to take these photographs. You don't need to buy additional hardware. So we're just the software that fits into your existing clinic and works seamlessly with what you already have. So at the moment, our platform has a few different features, including being able to take photographs from any device, because we train our models on any device. We quantify enamel staining, we detect signs of gum disease from gingivitis to periodontitis, and we're now working on a unique solution for perio charting, which will hopefully come out in a few months' time. So we have had a little bit of traction today. We are a young company, but we have 2 clinical partnerships. We demoed our platform at ASM earlier this year in Canada, and we had some great feedback from all of the dentists that were available at the time to come and see it. We've ingested over 25,000 images now. To date, that number grows every single day. And we develop all of our deep models in-house. So we've developed all of these models on our platform by ourselves with our own team. Speaking of team, we do have an amazing group of talent to help us build out the platform. I myself actually have a background in computer science. I was in academia for a very long time, developing machine learning for radiology, oncology, and pathology. Left academia, joined the tech industry about 5 years ago before building out OCare. So the dental talent actually comes from our advisors, Professor Michael Gogaier, who's the head of dental oncology at UHN, one of the largest hospitals here in Toronto, and John Tran, who's a dentist out of Calgary. And we have amazing AI talent. We have people who are really curious about using AI in their practices, and we are growing this team as we grow our product as well. So we have a lot more coming out in the future. If you would like to partner with us, if you'd like to try out our platform as it stands today, please do get in touch. We are also fundraising, so if you're interested in investing, please do get in touch as well. My email is shazia@ocareai.com, and I would love to sit down and have a chat with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Shazia. All right, Eric from Amardent.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks.
Let me just go ahead and share this.
Yep, go for it.
Awesome.
And after this is our final pitch, we'll open up the lines for any questions from the audience.
So I'm just going to get straight into
quite
it.
a few people hanging on, even though this has gone long. This is all well worth it. So appreciate everybody staying on.
Awesome. Thanks so much for the opportunity, guys. My name's Eric. I am the founder of Amardent. Amardent is addressing the fact that During the pandemic, we saw telemedicine take off and fundamentally change the way that care delivery worked for millions of Americans. But telemedicine took off. Dentistry got left behind. Teledentistry never covered the same ground that telemedicine did. And fundamentally, that comes down to the fact that dentistry really is limited by imaging. The restrictions on what we can see going on in a patient's mouth, that's the restriction on the care that we can provide. What that means is 2/3 of oral cancer get caught in stage 3 or 4. 90% of cavities, which are reversible by prescription, never get reversed. And 15 million fillings are provided every year, or are made every year because of this. We need to bring diagnostics home to patients in order to fundamentally change the status quo that we're dealing with. And up until now, that hasn't been possible. What we're working on is at-home oral cancer and gingival health monitoring for patients. The idea is continuous early stage detection of diseases, starting with soft tissue issues and eventually moving on to things like carious lesions and precarious lesions, all while being easy enough to be used anywhere in the world by anyone, not just trained specialists. We already have a platform that lets us catch disease at extremely early stages. Now what we're working on is a platform that allows for the remote creation and prescription of plans through either that AI platform or through teledental providers so that we can keep humans in the loop for more complex issues. The device that does all of this is right here. This costs less than a pair of headphones, can be sent anywhere in the world, and is currently entirely FDA 510(k) exempt. This is the same technology that gets used in a number of carious lesion and soft tissue imaging systems, but miniaturized and low-costed so that we're able to bring it anywhere in the world and deploy it anywhere in field. What we address is the fact that 50% of dental insurance costs are due to preventable issues. 175 million fillings and 15 million root canals a year can be made to disappear if we can get prescriptions to patients earlier. We've seen presentations today about treatments that entirely change the course of disease development, that entirely change the way that patients have to go through the dental process or really get to go through the dental process. Things that could get rid of dental fear if they could get to the patient at the right time in the right place. But with 50% of patients not going to the dentist regularly, we can't get those treatments to them. So we need to get imaging into their homes to the point where we can mail prescriptions to these patients. I'd like to change dentistry. I'm looking for partners in this. We're not actively fundraising, but always open to that conversation. And we'd really just like to be part of the dental entrepreneur network. Thank you all so much.
Great. Thank you so much. All right. Well, appreciate everybody that's on and that joined and stayed on. We still have a lot of people on, so that means people must have some questions. So I'm going to open up the lines here. Looks like we didn't have any questions in the chat, but that's pretty typical. So I'm promoting